welcome to another video. I've just been in High Wycombe, just watching some of the guys I trained with compete in the jiu-jitsu competition. It's good fun. I was supposed to be competing in that comp, but there was no one in my category, except for one person who I definitely cannot be asked to roll with. So yeah, I didn't bother. I'm gonna have to wait until next year to compete, most likely. Anyway, I thought I'd bring Dick out today, but I think it's a bit cold. He is running a bit rough, like just missing a lot until he gets up to temperature, and then that doesn't help when you're sat behind some electric Kia going 25 miles an hour on a country lane. I'm heading home now. I haven't eaten today, barely at all. So let's go home and have something to eat. What's up, gang? It is Thursday. I had a day off yesterday, kind of, and I was in London on a bit of a personal thing. So I didn't record anything yesterday, and then Tuesday was really busy. Did I film anything on Tuesday? I can't even remember. So this week has just kind of already gotten away from me, and most of the week has been me just buried in work with that day off, right? I just recorded an episode of Founders Field Notes so I could update everyone on what's going on with work. But that's it. I've got to try and squeeze in some training. I'm probably going to try and do that. It's going to have to be tomorrow, isn't it? It's Halloween tomorrow. And I like Halloween. I like to try and do something for it. I've got a pumpkin at home. I'm going to carve it. And I'm reading Stephen King's Salem's Lot. And I'm trying to time the climax of that book with tomorrow. So this is just how lame I am. But yeah, I've put in a couple of prices today. I've been updating the CRM. I've just put another quote in. I've been doing a load of like skyline work, and now, what time is it now? It's only 3 o'clock. It feels like 5. I think I'm going to take a break. I have to get back on it. So this week's vlog might be a boring one. It might be a boring one. Interestingly, I might have touched on this earlier in the video, but I'm pretty sure I've been shadow banned for talking about the pandemic, and all that kind of stuff. It might have been that, or it might have been my unpopular opinions on some of the mental health stuff. I don't know. It's interesting. I used to get always over 100 views on a video. And then occasionally, if the Land Rover was featured, thousands, right? Thousands of views. And then now I'm lucky if I get 70, 80 views. Doesn't matter. It's not why I'm doing it. And I'm going to continue to upload anyway, because this is just my personal diary, right? But it is interesting. I did wonder. I was like, have I been shadow banned? I don't know. Or maybe, just maybe, my videos suck. Just maybe. I don't know. No one has given me that feedback yet. That my videos suck. But they wouldn't, right? Because people don't. People wouldn't. They're the only people that are going to say that are like the sort of like haters. No one's opinion who I care about has actually said, I don't think your videos are interesting. How's that view? Guys, I'm working with a new tripod here. You might have seen in last week's video, my last one got smashed. One of the dangers of taking a camera to jiu-jitsu, but not that it matters. It's Saturday. This week has not been a convenient one for filming. It's been, I know I say it every week, right? But it has been exceptionally busy. But without going too much on about it, let me fill you in on the good news. Yesterday, you would have seen, if you watched my vlogs, you would have seen a few weeks ago I was on a large project doing a survey behind Harrods. Got the job, got the project yesterday, went in with a decent price and got it. And also I have built a system. Here's the other update. Yeah, I've built a CRM system, which is working. Seems to be working. It still needs a little bit of finessing, right? But it seems to be working. And what's happened is, in the last sort of like couple of months, I've managed to quote about probably about £250,000 worth of work to put into there, and a lot of it looks like it's coming through. So, you know, I've only got POs for a number of them, but my goal is to have like all of it tied up by Christmas, right? Which would be really, really good. So the last quarter of if I can do $250,000 in the last quarter of the year, that would be fantastic. It's obviously nowhere near where I want to be. I want to be sort of probably triple that, really. But, you know, with the resources that I have at the moment, and given the state of this sort of business landscape at the moment, I think it's pretty good. And I had a few sort of like personal, social things going on this week as well, which to be honest, I'm quite happy sharing a lot of my work life online, but there's a lot of my sort of personal life I like to keep that private, you know. I think a lot of people think that taking to social media, you lose all your privacy. And obviously, if you're posting genuine, authentic stuff on social media, then yeah, you're giving up some privacy. But I'm very private in my private life, and I don't really show any of that online. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I show like some of my like material shit. You might see I show a lot of my business and a lot of my working stuff, but and I show my fitness stuff, right? But my personal life, like my relationships, my friend, like that's all pretty private, and that's how I like it, and I think that's quite nice. Do you know what I mean? So if you're on the fence about doing some of the personal branding stuff, then just remember, you only have to show what you want to. You only have to show what you're comfortable to show. Some people would be really uncomfortable talking about money and business and all that sort of stuff like I do. I don't really have, I don't have an issue with it. However, I wouldn't want to talk about my relationships, or, you know, like I had a question on one of my videos asking me about, it was a birthday video, and I said I don't speak to my family. Do you know what I mean? And someone said, "Oh, let's get into it. Why don't you speak to your family?" I'm not going to talk about that because there's other people involved, and I just don't think it's. I don't want to air my dirty laundry. I'll do it in terms of like business stuff. You know, I'll talk about the trials and tribulations of running a company and doing all this kind of stuff. And, you know, when you're going to court, or, you know, all that sort of stuff, I'll happily talk about that. But personal stuff, yeah. Anyway, I've got a coffee here, which I'm going to drink, and I'm on the way to jiu-jitsu. I was supposed to be going to like an open mat scenario that my friend Tom Absey was putting on today, but unfortunately, loads of people dropped out. I know what it's like when you do an event and people just fucking flake, man. Do you know what I mean? They just flake. They drop out. Like, I will, for my events, I will sometimes have 20, 30 people lined up to get 15 in the room. Do you know what I mean? It's chaos. It's the British way of doing things. We are hobbits. We want to be in our hobbit holes, don't we? We don't want to go out and do things. So I was supposed to do that, but that got cancelled. So open mat is on at 12, and I'm going to go in and get some rounds in, because I have not been training much at all recently. It's like work and life has just been getting in the way. But I'm probably going to be late, because as is usually the case on the weekend, there are cyclists everywhere. Like, this guy got up this morning and thought, I know what I'll do as a hobby. I'll put on spandex and hold up traffic. I'll try and get some footage of some rounds. Guys, that's it for this week's vlog. Short and sweet. Hope you don't mind. It's just been a really busy week. Remember, if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. Give me your ideas or give me your thoughts on what you're thinking for the next video. I was thinking about doing a watch collection video because I know a couple of the guys who subscribe to this channel are watch enthusiasts, as am I. So I might do one of those. Someone did ask for like a car and bike collection video, but you know what? I'll probably save that for another time because everything is kind of spread out at the moment. So, and there's not that much. If you've got any ideas for what you'd like to see, drop them in the comments box below and I will see you in next week's video. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great week.